Everybody, it's Patricia Hamilton. I'm here with Jaya, Krishnan, this afternoon. And Jaya is the creator, founder and creator of a whole new approach to healthcare, health solutions. And it's called Jayapathics. And I'm here to have a chat with you and find out a little bit more about, I know you've had a lot of results with people who've got chronic ailments like asthma and allergies and even cancer. So I'm intrigued to know what it is, that makes Jayapathics so effective. And just tell us a little bit about, I know that you're trained as a homeopath and you came from India originally, which is probably one of the homes of homeopathy, isn't it? So let us know a little bit more in depth about this particular approach to health.
Yes. As you said, homeopathy is practiced very, very commonly in India and also Europe, and it's been practiced for about at least 150 over years. And the traditional homeopathics is based on trial and error, which makes it very difficult for practitioners to practice successfully. In spite of that, homeopathy has been quite popular. But I wanted to make homeopathy better and less trial and error based, more scientific, and scientific in the sense that we can predict results with a treatment protocol. So I developed treatment protocols which are trial and error free based, and it's actually available also on an app that can be used by practitioners under license, and they don't have to be seasoned homeopaths, like years and years and years of practicing homeopathy to become a successful
Can I just
prescriber.
interrupt you for a minute, because I don't know if everybody understands what homeopathy is.
Okay.
It's based on using very small
Yes.
amounts of what the frequency. Is it a vibrational frequency?
Yeah. Basically, homeopathy is based on the principle that a substance that creates a symptom or triggers a symptom in a healthy person can actually cure those symptoms in a sick person when applied in potencies, which means potencies are highly attenuated or highly diluted dilutions of these homeopathic substances, which becomes so active that it works at a very deep level of the person, and it can help the patient to recover from diseases without any side effects whatsoever, because of the energized state in which the medicines are. There is nothing for the body to actually metabolize in terms of, the medicines don't have to pass through the liver, kidneys, and so the patients don't have to have side effects. Side effects happen from drugs because it has to be processed through the liver and kidneys. That's why we have so many liver issues now and so many kidney problems, so many cases of dialysis, and all those sort of side effects happen because the substances are given in a crude form, and also in a principle that is against the body really, which is to suppress the symptoms in a superficial way.
So this is more advanced.
This is definitely, homeopathy is definitely a very, very well advanced system, and Jayapathics, which I have developed on homeopathy, is much more advanced, and it's one of the unique systems that's available today.
And you're the only person. I mean, you're the creator of this, aren't you? And
Yes.
And you're here in Perth.
Yes.
And you're going to be at Living Well in WA Expo.
Yes.
And I believe you're going to be offering consultations.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about some of the cases that you've had success with. I know you've shared with me quite a few,
Yes.
but maybe you can just talk a little bit about some of the common conditions that people come to you for relief from?
Yeah. I've got two sets of approaches. One is for acute conditions, that is like colds, sinusitis, and flu, fever, hay fever, gastric reflux, PMT, period pains, colic and teething. For all these acute symptoms, I've got a range of remedies that we can just address on an acute basis or on a short-term basis. Then I've got these whole lot of other clients or patients who come with chronic ailments. Most of them like asthma, stress-related conditions, autoimmune diseases, cancers, gastric issues like even gastric cancers, and chronic skin ailments like psoriasis and stubborn eczemas. For years and years, these patients would have been suffering from these diseases, and they would have been drugged up with medical drugs just to suppress the symptoms, and eventually they suffer the side effects of the drugs. But they come to me with a combination of the drug effects and the disease they are suffering from.
I see. Yeah.
So what I do is to help them free from this confusion and this complication. I treat them symptomatically with homeopathics, which are Jayapathic remedies, and on an ongoing treatment protocol I set them on. So they get reviewed regularly, and every review we make sure that they are progressively getting better, and eventually they don't suffer from the side effects of the drug treatments, and in the process their original condition also gets cured. I mean, some of them have remained cured for several years, and they are not even taking my treatment anymore. So that is the definition of cure.
So it's really bringing the body back into its own natural balance and well-being, isn't it?
Yes.
And there's so much harm, isn't there, that's being done through overuse of prescription drugs and going for those quick fix solutions, which you're telling me actually has a negative effect on the body itself.
Yes.
So I don't think people are really fully aware of the consequences of taking those pharmaceutical drugs and the effect it has on the whole system.
Exactly. I think people need to be made aware of the other alternatives or complementary therapies that are available, and especially in the form of Jayapathic treatments, because having a choice is, I think, it's one of the basic fundamental human rights. And empowering you with the knowledge of choices that are available, safer choices that are available, will help us create a much healthier world.
Exactly.
Yes.
And especially for parents with children.
Yes.
And because giving a child a drug is going to have quite a big effect on a sensitive child's body, isn't it? Whereas Jayapathics is a lot safer, isn't it?
Safer,
and more
gentler.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think also for the parents, involving them in the process enables them to feel more empowered.
Exactly.
That they are looking after their children better, as you say, not burdening them with toxins.
Yes, exactly. When drugs are taken into the system, what happens is the immune system breaks down and people become very sensitive to the very air that we breathe. Good fresh air, like in Australia. We've got very good atmosphere and environment compared to a lot of other countries, but still people suffer from so many different allergies because of the fact that the immune system has been compromised with drugging from day one of their lives. And to keep away from these drugs in itself is the greatest investment in health. And I think we need to create a healthier world. We don't have to remain sick. We don't have to be told that, if you're diagnosed with asthma or a chronic illness, you have to be like that for the rest of your life. Or if you're a diabetic, you have to be a diabetic for the rest of your life. That's not what homeopathy is about. And Jayapathics is much more advanced than the traditional homeopathics in order to create absolute results. So I think it's a wonderful opportunity for people to make the best of what is available and understand what real health is.
Fantastic. And what a great opportunity. You're going to be available for 2 days. So people can come and see you at the event and they can talk to you in confidence about their problems, and you can give them diagnosis, you can book appointments with them.
Yes.
So, people can come and find out about what the alternatives are.
Yes.
Which is really fantastic, isn't it?
Yes, definitely, Patricia. They can come, and also they can buy acute remedies, what I was talking about, like for colds, hay fever, gastric reflux, teething and colic drops. All these drops will be available for them to buy, acute ones, and they can have a mini consultation.
And you also have you've also written a book, haven't you?
Yes. Yes.
Will you have the books available?
Yes.
Fantastic.
I'm going to make the books as well available. So all of you are welcome to come and visit me at the Conscious Living Expo.
At the Living Well in WA Expo.
Yeah.
Which is in May. But you'll be at Conscious Living later in the year as well.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I hope to see you all there.
Fantastic. Yeah, look, come along if you'd like to get tickets. Just visit the website livingwellinwa.com.au and we'll see you there.